Alright everybody, here I am back out in the hoop house today. We got it all cleaned out in the last video. And this video I'm going to be using my roto plow and my tiller for my BCS machine. As you can see, it's like 40 out today. It's 60 in here, so it's a little bit warm. But we'll get to working on this. I'm just going to take my roto plow over it, get it all turned up, and then I'm going to take my tiller and I'll finish it off there. You can see the BCS got the roto plow on now. I'll use it and then I'll go to that tiller and then we'll get the paper put back down. That won't be today, but this is just going to be the tilling part of it. I'll set you down and we'll get to work. All right, so I've got it all done. Got all roto-tilled, roto-plowed, and then I'm gonna get the tiller out. Got it hooked up, ready to go. You can see we got big chunks here, and hopefully that roto-tiller will come through and break all that up, smooth it out. I'll have to fill this little trench in the middle. But yeah, I'm gonna get that done and we'll come back and finish the video. All right, well, here's the finished product. I ran the roto plow over it, came right behind it with the regular tiller, and got most of the big chunks are all been pulverized. As you can see, it's pretty nice and fine. It's loose, it'll be easy to plant in, and it does a real good job. I'm not finished yet. I'm gonna take me a couple of samples out of here and have those sent off to see my soil analysis, see what kind of fertilizer I need to add. I'll get those back hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I haven't taken that sample yet. I'm going to do that here in the next day or so. We've got to get everything done because my plants are about 8 inches tall. I need to get them in the pots down here in the other end of the hoop house, let them start growing a little bit, and get them planted in the ground hopefully about the last week or so of March. Today we're back out in the hoop house. So we've gotten all the fertilizing done. We've got everything ready. Now I've got to get our ground cover put back on. And I'm also going to put up a barrier so that we're not heating the whole 96 feet. So here for the next about 2 weeks or so, I'm gonna have our tomatoes growing in here in pots to let them get kind of going, and then we'll transplant them out into the ground. So instead of heating this whole area, I'm gonna put up a piece of plastic about 20 feet out, so I'll just be done the 20 feet, not the whole hoop house being heated. First thing I'm gonna have to do today though is I'm gonna have to get our plants that are on the ground here, I'm gonna have to get them moved over so I can get the ground cover on. I'm gonna try not to take them outside. It's really windy. I don't want them to get beat up too bad. So I'm just gonna put one piece down, move everything to this side. Once I get that put down, then I'll move everything over on top of that piece that I get laid and lay the other side. So I'm gonna get busy here and we'll check in again when I'm finished. There it is. I've got all the ground cover on. It went pretty well. There is that one area in the middle, that square right there. So you're probably saying to yourself, why would you leave a square right out of the middle of the hoop house and not get it covered? There's a simple explanation for that. So right there in the middle, I've got this storage area. There's a hatch there just under the surface of the dirt. And we can, instead of taking all the ground cover up to get to it, we can just take that square up. We can get down in there, and that's a good storage area. It's like a tornado shelter, and we keep some food and stuff down there. Actually, I'm just kidding. That is not what that is. Anyone who's ever done this before, burning holes in the weed fabric, probably knows exactly what happened. Last year when I was burning holes, I was working down through here, headed up, got almost all the way to the other end of the door. I had my screen up because it was about this time of year. So I started smelling smoke, and I went through my little divider screen, and sure enough, this whole area here was on fire. I stomped it out. So I ended up cutting a nice square out of it, got me a piece, laid over it, and that actually worked real well last year. I didn't have any tripping hazards or anything. I had it put down pretty well. So that's what that square is for. Anytime you do anything, things are going to happen that you're not expecting. Nothing ever goes the way you think it's going to. So it's just part of living here on the homestead. So I'm going to get back to putting this patch on there. Hopefully I'll get my screen up and we'll be done for the day. There's the finished product. Got the patch on, got everything down. I went around and where the weed fabric's up against the boards up there, I went ahead and stapled those back in where they pulled off. One last thing I haven't done, where I had the weed fabric stapled up to these upper rails, some of those staples are sticking out. I'm gonna go ahead and pull those out so nobody rubs along them and gets a nice scratch on their arm. That's putting the paper down here in the hoop house. It's been kind of a chore, but it actually went down pretty well. So that's going to do it from the Hidden Haven Homestead. If you like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. If you know anybody that would like these kinds of videos, tell them about it. And we'll see you next time right here on the Hidden Haven Homestead.